Hi everybody, it's Chris from the Evermore podcast, the Newcastle United podcast, and the Evermore YouTube channel. We're back with another Rumour Has It video. We're going to be discussing some players that have been linked to over the summer, and there is a bit of breaking news or news going through the rounds on Sky Sports, etc., and various other outlets that we have apparently made an inquiry about this player in terms of a bid for the player. We're going to get stuck into this in a minute, and obviously I'll give you my opinion on it, and you guys can let us know what you think in the comments below. A little bit of housekeeping before I get stuck into that is if you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well, and you'll be informed every time we have a video coming up. We've had loads of new subscribers recently. We really appreciate all the interactions and all the comments, and we do our best to try and reply to as many as we can. So let's get stuck into this player. And it's a funny one for me. The Evermore team's quite split on this. A lot of us think he'd be quite good, but for me, I've got some real reservations about this player. The player we're talking about is Anthony Gordon from Everton. I think I referred to him as a smack rat in a previous video. Listen, kid's got ability. There's no question about that. 21 years old, right-footed. He's had a decent season for Everton. I think in 35 Premier League appearances, he's got 4 goals and 2 assists. He's got a work rate. He grafts. You know, he's up and down. As Mark said there, his key kind of statistics, you know, he's good at long shots, he's good at set pieces, he comes back and tracks back and defends. His passing isn't great in all fairness. If you look at his stats there, and Mark's obviously doing a radar comparison next to St. Maximin, you can see that Maxi is better than him on a lot of things, you know, in terms of assists. I think he was a bit better than goals as well, but his shot on target ratio is better than Maxi's. He's in the 85th percentile. And in terms of his passing accuracy as well, he's got a bit of a more kind of decent percentage figure for his passing accuracy. But there's not a lot of greens in this statistic book here as well. And it's a funny one with Gordon for me, because I think he does have a lot of promise. There's no doubt about that. And 21 years old, he's, you know, his better years are ahead of him. If you compare him to the likes of our own 21-year-olds, you know, like some Matty Longstaff, who, you know, reportedly is training with the reserves and could be moving into the championship of the Football League sides. You know, there's no question that Gordon's got ability. You know, he's got a little bit of needle about him as well. He, you know, likes to get stuck in. He's a bit of a shithouse as well at times, and I think that endears him to a few people. Me personally, I'm not sure he would really add a massive deal to the squad. That might sound a bit controversial. I think there's better players out there that we could look to get. So the way that the news is being depicted is, I think it's a 35 million quid fee is what apparently we're looking to talk to Everton about. Everton are in trouble a little bit financially. They are staying very close to the wind in terms of financial fair play. So they may need to balance the books a little bit. So it'll be a tough job for Frank Lampard to adjust that squad. Is he worth 35 million quid? I don't know if he is, to be honest with you. You know, the fee apparently to get Tielemans was 35 million quid. I know who I'd rather have between Tielemans and Anthony Gordon. It's an absolute no-brainer. You know, 25-year-old Tielemans for 35 million quid, or 21-year-old Anthony Gordon. I think the prices are overinflated as well because of, you know, being an English player. In the article itself, it does say we're linked to, I think it's him and Callum Hudson-Odoi, which we'll try and get a video out for very soon as well. I would rather have Hudson-Odoi personally. I know he's had injury problems, but I think he's a better player. I think he's more eloquent in terms of his attacking threat. He's better on the ball, can create more, can score more goals. I think he'd be a much better asset than Anthony Gordon would be. I'm not a big fan of the way Gordon kind of rolls around. He dives a lot. He tries to con the ref. Like I say, he's a bit of a shithouse, and I know sometimes that's good. You know, think back the days of Joey Barton, players like that who, you know, I think that famous Arsenal 4-4 was Barton shithouse who that got us back into the game, to be honest with you. And he did go on to become quite a fan favourite with the fans, just because of that general kind of attitude. But I'm not really sold on Gordon. You know, he's not really done a great deal. He's had a decent season last season. You know, let's see what he does this coming season before he starts spunking 35 million quid against the wall for the lad. I've had a lot of people have said that they think he's a really good player and he's got loads of potential. And obviously, some of the outlandish media comparisons, you know, throwing the Gerrard tag out there just because he's young and scouse and come through the ranks and everything else. He's nowhere near a Gerrard level. You know, when Gerrard came through at Liverpool, he was twice the player at that age, I think, than Gordon is. So it's a bit unfair to put Gordon in that kind of category as well. But yeah, I'm not massively sold on it, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously, if he comes in, I'd support him, you know, nonetheless, regardless, you know, of what my kind of reservations are. But, you know, between him and Jack Harrison and Callum Hudson-Odoi, he would be my last choice out of those three, to be honest with you. I think Hudson-Odoi would be top and Jack Harrison second. I think they're just better players in general. I think they offer more. They've got more pace. They've got more creativity. They're better on the ball. Gordon can give you a bit of that needle as well, a bit of that spice. I don't think we need that, in the side. Joe Litton can mix it and be a shit house. Bruno's got a nice bit of shit housey to him, but unbelievable quality as well. I'm not really sure that we need that type of player around the squad. But obviously Eddie Howe's a fan and he thinks it's an opportunity, or if the team have looked at him, do you know what I mean? Then we'll have to just wait and see kind of how that all plays out. But let us know what you guys think in the comments below, whether you think Anthony Gordon would be a good addition to the squad or not. Like I say, I'm not really sold on it, and I'm sure there'll be a few of the Newcastle fans that'll be. I've seen the diver tag being thrown around quite a lot, because a lot of them still can't forgive him for what he was like against us last season. He kind of it typified the Everton fucking reaction, really, and the weirdness of their whole fan base and everything else. But yeah, like I say, drop us a comment, let us know what you guys think. We always do our best to try and reply to it as much as we can. And as I mentioned at the start, if you haven't already, please click that like and subscribe button. We'd love to have you on board for more content coming in the weeks to come. We'll be back on Monday with another What's Going On. We've got a few things to cover off. There's a lot of players leaving the club potentially, the likes of Dwight Gales, Kieran Clarks, Matty Longstaff as well. So we'll be looking at those players on Monday night, me and Mark at 10 o'clock. So make sure you join us. We'll be live. We'll love to have a chat with you on the night time, and let us know what you guys think about that as well. Until then, let's keep supporting that team of Call United. We'll be back with another transfer video soon enough, and we'll catch you later. Cheers, guys.